Hello guys, so if you see another video of mine with this outfit and this hair, beautiful Lydia Bennett hair, I'm filming it on the same day. So today I'm working on a super duper exciting project to celebrate my country and my nationality. You probably guessed it from the title of this video. That is right guys, I am Italian! Super proud of being Italian. I love my country. I love the food in my country. I love my culture and I love my heritage. And I'm gonna celebrate it today with this project. So you might be aware that in England, you study Shakespeare in schools. Some people parallel Dante to Shakespeare as to like what the English feel for Shakespeare is what the Italians feel for Dante, which is true in a way, but I think the Italians have so much more of a relationship with him. Like, I feel like it's different, but yeah, you are made to study all of Dante's Inferno in schools, and biasedly, very biasedly, I think the Inferno is the most interesting part of the Divine Comedy, because that is where you get the gruesome stuff, and that is where there is a cuss word, which sixth graders just love, or at least loved when I was in sixth grade, and people were innocent. So what I'm gonna do to celebrate Dante's Inferno is I'm going to take my old medieval gown and I'm going to make it into an Inferno gown. And I am super excited for this project because it is using something that doesn't really have a purpose right now and make it have a purpose. So this was my first attempt at a medieval kirtle, probably not the last, surely not the last, and definitely can be improved upon. I run all the seams by machine again because they were fraying so much and they were falling apart. So yeah, let's go to the design phase, if you will. Here is the Inferno gown planning. These are all the circles of Dante's Inferno. I will go into them more later. This is the first verse or line of the Inferno, which is probably the most famous one. Il mezzo del cammin di nostra vita mi ritrovai in una selva oscura, and then it goes on. So selva oscura means dark wood, and so I wanted to mirror that with trim. So I'm gonna try this design, hopefully better and bigger, front and on the back of the gown. This is a red belt. I might substitute it for a black belt. So the gown is red, and this stripe is gonna be gold, and so is this one, and the neckline is gold, and I'm gonna put like trim, like here it is. See, this is gold, and so is the hem, and so is the neckline. The neckline's actually very thin, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I wanted one black ribbon or trim. I'm thinking trim because it looks more colorful and nice. I don't know, I'm gonna look at my options because I'm gonna go to the fabric shop, and one for each circle. I may have, this was me doodling, I may have the names embroidered, I may not. And on the head, I want like black ribbon or trim here, and a black like organza or chiffon veil going down, and these ugly lines are sort of like pieces of trim attached to the headband trim thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go see, and I'm gonna make some estimations. So, some facts about Dante. We're going to start with a fact that made me have trust issues when I stumbled upon it right now, which is his name was not indeed Dante Alighieri. His name was Durante di Alighiero degli Alighieri. So, Boccaccio, another very famous Italian poet, just started the tradition of calling him Dante, which was his nickname, I guess, and Alighieri, Dante Alighieri. Short and sweet. Thank you, Boccaccio. So, some very basic notes here. So, he was born in 1265 in Florence, and he died in 1321 in Ravenna. His wife was Gemma Donati. They were betrothed when he was like 12, and they got married 8 years later. But he never wrote anything for her. And if you know anything about Dante's works, you'll be like, wasn't his wife Beatrice? No. Beatrice wasn't his wife. Beatrice, everyone, was a girl that said hi or talked to him once, and she is in his major works. I don't know how his wife felt about that. So, he was exiled because he was a Guelfo Bianco when the Guelfi Neri took over Florence. So, what are Guelfi Bianchi and Guelfi Neri? So, Guelfi Bianchi are white Guelphs and Guelfi Neri are black Guelphs. Basically, the story is kind of complicated. I can't really remember it. Guelfo Bianco, I'm just going to refer to them in Italian because it sounds weird to say it in English. Because he was a Guelfo Bianco, he was pro-noble families to have influence in Florence, while the Guelfi Neri wanted the Pope to have influence in Florence, and the Guelfi Neri eventually won, and he was exiled, and he never came back. He died in Ravenna, and his bones were taken to Florence, and let me Google that. All right, so he was exiled, and I just did some Googling because I remembered there was something very shocking about Dante's story that is amusing and concerning. Basically, he was exiled in 1301, and the exile was lifted after his death. How long after, you may ask? In 2008. 2008. That's awkward. So yeah, that was his exile. So together with the Divina Commedia, these are not all his works, just some major ones I heard of. Rime, Vita Nova, Convivio, and De Vulgari Eloquentia. The last one has a very special place in my heart because De Vulgari Eloquentia, so he spoke vulgar and he wrote in it, which was pretty dang innovative because everyone wrote in Latin. And it was the language of learned men, and he just liked vulgar, which was a very rudimental form of Italian, kind of like a Middle Italian, like I think kind of like English is to Middle English, so everyone could read what he wrote, and it was really cool. So now, one of my favorite work of his, just a very personal thing, is Tanto Gentile e Tanto Onesta Pare. I'm not going to read it to you because this video is going to be 2,000 years long, but it is my absolute favorite, and it is a sonnet about Beatrice, so please go read it. It is a love sonnet, and it is amazing, and it sounds beautiful in Italian. So now, to the structure of the Divine Comedy, I'm going to need some sustenance. I feel like Google Translate right now because I'm reading things off the internet in Italian and I'm translating them in English as we speak. Alright, so short and sweet. The Divine Comedy is divided in 3 parts named cantiche, like songs, and these are hell, purgatory, and heaven. And all of these are composed by 33 canti, which are some smaller parts, except for Inferno, hell, which has introduction, which is the iconic line. So the most iconic line in the whole Divine Comedy is the beginning line, the introduction chant. I don't know what to call them, so it's like cantiche, which are the big ones, and canti, which are the small ones, but it's nel mezzo del cammino di nostra vita mi trovai per una selva oscura onde la retta via era smarrita, which the very direct translation is in the middle of our life's journey, which means when he was like about 30. Mi trovai in una selva oscura, which I found myself in a dark wood, onde la retta via era smarrita, where the right way was lost, and yeah, that's it. So you may have noticed that the number 3 is very recurring in his work in the Divine Comedy. That is very much intentional because the medieval people especially considered the number 3 to be the number of perfection because it was Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and it was the Holy Trinity. So Dante incorporates it in his work. Now, voiceover Margie's going to do this because I'm way too tired, so I'm going to explain to you the structure of hell in voiceover so that you can understand the structure of my dress. But for now, I gotta go start pinning stuff. Okay, so here is the structure of hell. Please note that I'm not making any commentary over Dante put anyone. this was the 1300s after all, so there is going to be some controversial stuff in here. Let's get started. Jerusalem is thought to be above hell, so that's the first tier right there. Then we have the gates of hell, and right below that we have Inferno, which is pre-hell, if you like, where the Ignavi are, and the Ignavi are those who took no stances in life. Then we have Acheron River, where Charon rows the souls to hell. And fun fact, Virgil actually has to vouch for Dante there because Dante is living. So then we have the first circle is the limbo for the unfaithful, children who were not baptized, people born before Jesus, so just generally people who did not believe in God for whatever reason. Second circle, the lustful. Third circle, the gluttonous. Fourth circle, the spenders and hoarders. Fifth circle is the river Styx for the wrathful and sullen. And these circles, 2 through 5, were part of high hell, where people who sinned through incontinence go. Then we have the city of Dice, which is all of lower hell, reserved for sins of the mind, and demons live here, so yay. Then we have 6th circle, heretics, 7th circle with 3 rings, murderers and thugs, suicide victims, blasphemers, violent against God, sodomites, violent against nature, usurers, violent against art. Then we have the 8th circle, the fraudulence, and buckle up because there is 10 ditches in here. So we have seducers, flatterers, simonists, sorcerers, unscrupulous politicians, hypocrites, thieves, deceivers, schismatics, and falsifiers. Then we have the Well of the Giants. Again, pretty self-explanatory. The 9th circle, traitors, and it has 4 zones. The first is for traitors of family, second is for traitors of one's homeland, third is for traitors of guests, and fourth is for traitors of benefactors. And right after this is Lucifer. Basically, in the structure, the lower you go, the worse it gets. Thank you for coming on this trip with me. All right, friends, it is the next day, and I am back with a whopping 20 meters of trim. Who's in charge of me? I just spent 12 euros. It wasn't that bad. Let me show you. All right. This is how I had everything measured. I had 6 centimeters apart, although I think I'm gonna change that. Here it is. 20 meters of this. Let's set it free. It's really hard to do with one hand. That must sound amazing. Where's the end? Where is the end? So I can show the people. Where is the end? There it is. See, I originally was planning 6 centimeters distance, but I just don't think it looks good, so I'm gonna make it at 3 centimeters distance, because I thought I was gonna get a thicker trim, but because I was on a budget and there was no way I was gonna spend 40 euros on 20 meters of trim for like a slightly thicker trim. This one's cute though, I really like it. If it could focus on it, or if I could... There it is. Also, I got my nails painted by my friends today. So yeah, these were my calculation, and that's a Lizzie Bennett project. Friends, so this is a sneak peek of Madame Inferno, because I'm gonna film a part of the reveal tomorrow, so I just wanted her to be standard medieval. So you might be confused because I signed off for a couple of days because I was stressed working on this dress, and you'd be like, Margie, wasn't there lacing here? Yes, there was. I tried it on and I immediately realized that something was wrong. I wore like, what, a year ago, and it was not fitting me in the bust at all. You could say I was busting out of it. Show yourself out. Anyway, oh, I love it. I mean, it looks more like, granted, it looks more like a Regency rendition of the medieval era, but it also looks legit. I don't know. The belt is only attached here, and then it, can you see it? It closes with a hook and eye in the back. Ouch. Ouch. I just got a shot and it hurts. But I added this velvet thingy, and it is like, all in all, it is a perfect kirtle. It is supportive and it is everything, and I like it so much. So I think that I don't know if I want to put writing on the hem, because like or like at least make it the most removable writing possible, because I really want to wear this like as is to medieval events, so I can remove the Inferno paraphernalia and have this multi-purpose. I know this mirror is very inconvenient, but yeah, this is my update tomorrow. Coming to you from my bathroom because there is good lighting here. I took pictures today. Definitely was stared at. I'm really tired, so I won't work on the decorations today because I still need to think things through, like trying it on today. The only issue I had was like the neckline here is the shoulders are a bit uneven, so I might do like some fancy strap collar thingy X situation. And I wanted writing, but I also like don't know how to do that in a removable way because I want it to be removable. I don't know, I might just like make it out of fabric marker and make another medieval dress. Hello everyone. This is, I think, good 2 weeks after I started this project. It's taken forever. I quickly realized I cannot run the black strips on the fabric through the machine, and I have to run and stitch them by hand. It's okay. I'm only slightly mad. Just kidding, I'm fuming. I'm also very stressed right now. So this is an added stress. I might procrastinate on it, I might not. I don't know when the reveal for this will be filmed, but I haven't filmed almost any of my process with this so far because it was just very tedious and I was figuring out how to do it. But I think that, let me show you. The first strip of 9 is already up right here. Then this is just pinned and this is very loosely pinned. Pray for me. I'll stitch more of it. Probably turn on some comfort series or comfort movie or documentary or video or whatever to get me through this. Hello friends, so this is what we have so far. Oh, I hate this mirror, but you can see here I hand stitched this and I ended up hand stitching all of this. It's just oh, come on, focus. How does one? What's happening? Is it recording? I apologize, I still don't know how to work this thing. Oh, am I zooming? Yes, I'm zooming. Anyway, here it is. Though it's wrinkles, I had to hand stitch these. I don't want to talk about it and the fact that I'm out of focus. Anyway, it is what it is. They get closer by the end. I decided that I'm gonna do like, okay, zoom out. No. Thank you. I decided that I'm gonna do a thing that comes from here and goes here, and then a lot of droopy bits from the center, and I think even in the center back and sleeve decoration. I think just 3 for sleeve decoration. I'm not doing anything to the gold strips. I think the only place where I'm covering the gold strips is gonna be here and here and here and maybe here. So I need roughly 5 meters of the black trim. I have just like half a meter left, so I think I'm gonna go buy that as soon as I can. Progress. And yes, in keeping with the theme of the stress, hand stitching those strips was hellish. Right, so Inferno dress is finished. I added this little deco here, and I did this thing, which I'm really proud of. So I'll explain the symbolism of the numbers, but here we have 3 decorations, 2 that will swoop over my hips and show the back so that the back has a little pizzazz, and a little cord, just the leftover trimming that I had. By the way, I had to buy 3 meters more of trimming. It didn't, the 20 meters weren't enough. I'm not going to talk about it. But it has 9 little knots, and it reflects the 9 stripes here, like the 9 circles of hell. But yeah, I'm extremely excited about this baby, and all I need to do now is get a black velvet ribbon to throw around my head, and we're filming. I thank you guys so much for coming along with this. I hope you loved her as much as I love her, and I hope you enjoyed this little train ride into Inferno, and I'll see you in the reveal.